Hey everyone, Garbage here. So today's video is a quick little follow-up on that mystery that had us all so confused last week, as well as show off some of the progress I've been making on my game. So in the last video, I was talking about aiming down sights in first-person shooters, and what I couldn't understand was why things like scopes and optics in my games would block so much of the screen, whereas in other games they would be wide open and easy to see through. Well, another YouTuber called Mysterious Purple Cat made a response to that video explaining what exactly is going on. One of the challenges that first-person shooters face is deciding what to do with the gun in your hands when you're up against the wall, because without any further intervention, the gun is sticking out in front of you and it's going to clip inside the wall and look really weird. Currently, I'm dealing with this by using a second camera to render the gun on a separate layer on top of the main image so that it always remains fully visible. I was trying to avoid using this method because it's a bit finicky to implement in the Godot game engine, but it does allow me to render the gun at a different FOV than the rest of the game world, and this is the key to solving the mystery. So when I aim down sights, I narrow the view model FOV to a very small number, from 90 degrees down to like 10 degrees, but what really completes the effect is then moving the view model a pretty significant distance away from the camera, and as you can see, this completely opens up the scope, allowing you to see through it much easier. Anyways, if you were to look at this from a different perspective, you would see the gun moving away from the character when aiming down sights, which looks kind of funny, but of course none of this will be visible to other players. Quite a few of you suggested this in the comments in the last video, but I didn't really understand what you were talking about until I saw Mysterious Purple Cat's video. So my apologies if I initially dismissed your comment. I'll be sure to read them more carefully in the future. But yeah, this way I don't have to deform the mesh in any way or do any fancy tricks with normals or use picture-in-picture optics. And also, because the gun is being rendered on a second layer, it's really easy for me to have left-handed view model since it's just a matter of flipping the image around. I'll leave the link to Mysterious Purple Cat's video in the description if you want a more in-depth explanation. That being said, I have noticed a decrease in performance when I use this method, and so I'm going to have to do further tests to see if it's viable before I put it into the final game. Beyond that, recently I've been working on the visuals of my game again. I wasn't really happy with the flat cell shaded look I was experimenting with, so now I'm using a combination of textures, vertex colors, and more detailed models to reduce the flat appearance and give kind of a grainy painted on look to everything. Still not 100% happy with it, so I'll keep on experimenting, but I think we're headed in the right direction. Hopefully I can start making faster progress on the game now. There's still one big game mechanic that I haven't talked about yet, so you can look forward to learning about that in a future video. But yeah, hope you learned something today. Come check out my second channel and Twitch channel where I stream all sorts of games most days of the week. Like, subscribe, and bell. Links to everything as well as my Twitter and Discord down below. And as always, have a nice day.